Hello, my name is Chris Habben, and I hope this video finds you well. I'm speaking to you today in my role as the president of AAMFT. As you may know, it's our practice to provide membership with a video report of board activity after each of the AAMFT Board of Director meetings. And I'd like to use this video format to share with you activity from the July 2017 board meeting. On that date, or on Friday, July 21, the AAMFT Board of Directors met for the summer board meeting via electronic video conferencing by use of BlueJeans video conferencing technology. After convening the meeting at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, the board moved as a first agenda item into executive session to complete the Chief Executive Officer performance evaluation as outlined in governance policy. After the work of the executive session and returning from executive session, the board then turned to David Grayling, CPA from Gelman, Rosenberg, and Freeman, who was present to offer a financial presentation to the AAMFT Board of Directors, including audit reports for AAMFT, the AAMFT Research and Education Foundation, the AAMFT Property Corporation, and the AAMFT Political Action Committee. The board moved into executive session with David Grayling as a standard procedure, and after returning from executive session, thanked David Grayling for his report and excused him from the meeting at that time. The board then considered a motion to move the next agenda item, which was scheduled, which is our Performance Evaluation Committee's self-evaluation, to the end of the meeting, as it seemed more helpful to do that then, given much of our work to that point had been done in executive session or by report of an outside presenter. So following the move or the motion of the PEC self-evaluation to move it to the end of the meeting, the board then moved to a consent agenda item. Consent agenda items are items that do not require discussion or debate because they are routine in nature. AAMFT policies permit the board to approve all consent agenda items together without discussion or individual motions. Prior to accepting consent agenda items, any board member may request removal of a consent agenda item for discussion. No items this time were removed from the consent agenda item. Items on the consent agenda included the following: minutes from the March 2017 Board of Directors meeting, the President's report, the President-elect report, the Chief Executive Officer's May report, the Performance Evaluation Committee mid-year evaluation report, AAMFT financial documents including the 2016 audit summary, the 2016 audit statement, the 2016 audit letters, of which there were two, 2016 management response letter, the 2017 first quarter executive summary report, and the 2017 first quarter investments information. There also, as part of the consent agenda, were the Elections Council report and a report from COAMFTE. The board then considered a motion to approve each of these consent agenda items. After the approval of the consent agenda items, the board then considered a motion that would authorize the president to assign a task force named the JMFT Editor Search Negotiations Guidelines Task Force to offer factors for consideration and guidelines to assist the AAMFT CEO in the future during the negotiation and hiring process of the JMFT editor. Next, the board heard a report and updates from the Chief Executive Officer in review of the May Chief Executive Officer report. And then following this report from the CEO, the board then considered a motion to accept the 2018 Chief Executive Officer AAMFT Annual Work Plan, another significant typical item on the summer agenda. Following the motion to accept the annual work plan, the board heard discussion of the need to meet on August 25, 2017, should the vote to alter the bylaws that will then eliminate the mandatory two-tier structure of membership. Should that vote pass, There'll be a need to meet on the 25th of August to address some new technical administrative procedures created by that particular change that would need some brief board consideration. Following the discussion of the need for this brief meeting in August, the PEC, or the Performance Evaluation Committee, again following specific governance policy guidelines, conducted the board's self-evaluation. Following the work of the PEC, the AAMFT Board of Directors adjourned on Friday, July 21, 2017. And that's my effort to share with you a summary of the board meeting from July 2017. I hope you find that helpful.